How's it going, guys? In this tutorial I'm going to discuss about making sessions and using them efficiently. Well, not efficiently, just using them. So if you've noticed, I have a post on sessions on my blog Code Ninjutsu, and I got a suggestion from my friend that it would be more helpful to make a video on it, so there you are. Now in this video I'm just going to create one simple session, and then we are going to call that session in the next page. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go in default.aspx and design view, and I'm just gonna drag one control to it so that I've got something to add actually. So I'm just gonna add a text field, a text box actually. You know, if you do a lot of Java, text field is always in your mind. You know, it's the main thingy of Java. Okay, now where's the button? We're going to drag a button, and I have text box one button. In about page, I'm just going to drag a, I'm just going to go in code, sorry, design, my bad. And I'm just going to drag a label. Where's the label? Here's the label. I like labels, to be honest. Okay, and I'm just going to drag a button. I don't need a button. Okay, and I'm just going to change this to be more friendly. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to show you what would happen if you do it in a way that's wrong. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double click the button to do the click event, and in the click event I'm going to create a global variable. Actually, this is not possible because once you click, a postback happens. A postback means a page refresh, and when the page refresh happens, all the files are compiled again, and they're not compiled again, but they are cleared out. So that would mean that all your variables would be emptied out. So even if you have a variable called hello in here, after postback, even if you have a value of 200 in that, or how are you in that, that would get cleared out. So that's not the right way. So the way we are going to do it by session is that first of all we are going to get the string out of the text box. String text txt equals textbox1 dot text. Okay, so txt is the textbox1 dot text. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a session, and you make a session by writing session, then square bracket, then name of the session, which is in this case name, something like that. It doesn't matter really, and equals, and then txt. Now, as I said, session stores object only, so you can pass anything to it, txt or anything, but you need to remember that when you're gonna call it back, you'd have to remember what its original form was. So if I have stored a string, and if I'm trying to call an integer using the same session name, that would result into an error, which is wrong. So now in the next page we're just going to call the value out of the name session. So in the about page I'm just going to click on the about page, and in this I'm just going to change the page load method, so recode, and in the page load method what we're going to do is label one.text equals okay, now I would have to cast the value out of the session. So basically session would be like this, and be sure note that I would have to have the same name here, and in here I'm just going to cast it to string, so I can do this, or I can do do this is the right way actually. Yeah, so I'm just going to take the object from the session called name, and then I'm going to convert that object to string, and I'm then going to assign that entire thing to label 1, to the text property of label 1 to be precise. So that's the way the session works, and let us test the code. Okay, so I'm just going to go in the default page, and I'm just going to run the code now. F5 to run in ASP, F6 in Java. It's a bit of an odd thing to do, but whatever. Okay, so there's our default.aspx page. It's taking a bit of time because it's IIS server, which is slow, which is not Tomcat. Just joking. Okay, I'm just gonna write my name in here. I'm just gonna click the button. Okay, I'm not gonna click the button now. I'm just gonna go to the about page now first. So the session value is blank. It's blank now. So I'm gonna go in home. I'm just gonna type my name. I'm just gonna click the button. So the name is stored in session. I'm gonna go in about page, and the session value is me. Okay. I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna type something else. Dave. Just gonna click the button. Just gonna go in session. Dave. See, so that's how session can help us to pass values between pages. I've got lots of projects in which I have extensively used sessions, and it is far more better. I mean, initially I found it hard because session was a bit new thing for me, but then as time went on and as I practiced, I love it now. I mean, it's really beautiful. The way session works is just amazing, because it allows you to pass values, it allows you to pass objects, object passing and stuff like that. It's just amazing. I don't know what to say. So that's it for this session. One last point that I would like to make: if you are going to change this to anything, so if you're going to store integer, so you would have to remember that in your page where you're going to get the session, and you would have to replace this using the type that was initially stored inside the session. So yeah, and if you want to check if there is a value in session, just do session if session name equals null. So that would just check if the session is empty. And if you want to clear the values out of session, just assign session name equals null, which is name equals null. Well, actually, yeah. So you understand now how the session works. So I'll see you guys later in our continuing Java tutorials. I've just dropped this tutorial in the middle because of the request, because of the suggestion really. So I'll see you guys later in the Java tutorials. Till then, have a good one. Enjoy making sessions.